Hello everybody, welcome. It is Friday. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. I am Dawn. Thank you so much for watching. Come on in, say hello. Tell me where you're from if you're new. Alright, so what I'm going to do today is make a patriotic wreath. This is a sign and ribbon set that I have in my shop, so I thought I would use this along with some of the extra materials that I have to put this wreath together for you. So you can get this sign, and then you get these two ribbons with it. You get this, it's got all the patriotic symbols on it, the Uncle Sam hat, some fireworks. It's in a natural with the red stitching on the sides. And then you get 5 yards of this patriotic or American flag ribbon here. So you get 5 yards of each of those plus the sign. This is a 8 by 12. 8 by 12 wooden sign. Has the map of the United States, has the USA on here, and then it has a blue flower down here at the bottom. And then you also are going to get the pick with it. So this is one of those glitter picks with the stars and the hearts and things. Or no, they're all stars, not hearts. Hello everybody, welcome. So you're going to get that along with the sign and then the 5 yards of each of the ribbon, and then you put that together with whatever you have and make a wreath. So it's easier to make those kind of kits than it is to do a whole kit, because right now it's hard for everybody to find the frames and the mesh and everything else. So I just put a sign and ribbon set together. So hopefully that will be good. A couple of people have already gotten them, so I have a few left. Hello everybody, welcome. Alright, so I'm going to staple down the rope on the back, because it does have the hanging rope on the back for it. So if you just joined me, we're just using this sign and ribbon kit that I have available in my shop. So I already have this base started, so I thought I would go ahead and use this with my sign here. So this is just a jute mesh with 10-inch poofs. That's all it is. It was already ready to go, and I thought, let's make it easy on myself. We'll just fluff it out and we'll go. We're going to add in some ruffles, then we'll add in the sign and the mesh, the sign and the ribbon. Hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope y'all are doing well. Hope you're ready for your weekend. I know I am, even though it's no different than any other day, but there's just something about the weekends, right? Something about knowing it's the weekend, I think it is what it is. You can kind of relax and breathe. So if you're new, make sure you tell me where you're from, where you're watching from. We like to give you a nice warm welcome. I do go back after my live, say hello, and welcome you as well. Alright. So what I got here is some red, white, and blue mesh. I cut these at 20 inches. We're going to ruffle these up and put these in that wreath frame. Hello from Dallas, Texas. Welcome. I hope y'all are doing well. Anybody getting those storms? We got them early, really early this morning. Took our power out for about an hour. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my mesh and my ribbon all at the same time. So I'll show you the other ribbons I've put with this after I get this ruffle in. Well, welcome from Ohio, first time watcher. Alright, so in addition to the 2 yards or 2 ribbons that you get with the sign, which again is this one with the patriotic symbols on it and the American flag one, I'm also going to put this red, white, and blue rickrack. I really like this. I have a whole bunch of that. And then I thought this went really well with our sign, and it's got the map on it, and it says USA as well. So that's going to go with that. So those are the 4 ribbons I chose to use. Let me do it this way. There's a certain way I like to lay them out. I also have tubing over here that we'll put in as well. I'm doing great. Hope you are too. Please be sure to follow and share. Make sure you follow my page. That way you can keep up to date with what I have going on. And then you can also see when I go live. You can also sign up for my email list. Just type in the word email and I'll send you the link after the live. Ribbons are cut at 12 inches. Or you can just type in, or you can go to the top of my page and there's an animated envelope. Click on it and it'll take you to sign up for the email list as well. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that. So what's everybody doing on this fine Friday? So I've got my red, white, and blue tubing. I fold it in half. They're cut at 24 inches. I cut them, or I not cut them. Let's see. Got them last night. Hubby made sure to grab his pumpkin pie and fork before heading to the shelter. Well, at least he was prepared. I cut these at 24 inches. And then I take them and I fold them in half. And then I fold them in half again. I pinch it in the middle. And then I give it a twist. And that's how I do my tubing. Although I need to put my ribbon in first. We'll do that again in a second. I'll show you again. Thank you all for joining me today. So I have other sign and ribbon sets available in my shop as well. I have a sunflower one. It helps to put everything in all at once. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. You ever have one of them days? You're making a patriotic wreath too? Oh, awesome. It is that time of year, isn't it? I mean, we should all be done doing our Easter by now, because it's kind of late for me to be shipping it out. Alright, now let's do this ribbon. So the ribbons, if I didn't say, are cut at 12 inches. You do get 5 yards of each of those 2 ribbons, so it's plenty to do your 9 if you put it with some, put it with other ribbon. Do your 9 and then make a bow with some of it. Cutting out American Girl doll clothes. Well, that sounds like fun. I don't sew, so not for me. Hey, Nathan. How are you, honey? That's what I forgot to tell Papo. I talked to Papo today, and I had a list of things to tell him, and that was one of the things I forgot to tell him was about you. Oh well, there's always tomorrow. Hello, Elaine. How are you? So again, my hoops are 10 inches. My ruffles are 20 inches. My ribbons are 12 inches. And my tubing is 24 inches. Keep all that straight now. Gotta take that off my arm, or it keeps sticking to everything. Just finished school? Well, that's good. Tell your brother to get on his before I get him. I'll call him out on my live. He doesn't want me to do that. Crocheting, got your first shot yesterday. How are you doing with that? Doing all right? Hi, Laura. How are you? So again, if you're just joining, I am using one of my sign and ribbon sets that I have available to do a patriotic wreath. You can find the sign and ribbon set in my shop. The link is posted in the pinned comment down at the bottom. Show again how I did the tubing? I sure will. I got a wire sticking out here. Don't want to get stabbed. Where is it? Just cut that off. Alright, so when I do my tubing, I cut them at 24 inches. That's just the length I prefer. It started because that was the size of my old mat, so I just used to cut it that length. This is one that I cut too short. I got to get my blue out and fix that. Making a mess over here. That's another one I cut too short. Alright, so again, I cut some of them too short. I must have been daydreaming. I cut them at 24 inches. I fold them in half, put my ends together. Then I take it and fold it in half again, pinch it in the center, give it a twist, and it makes that little bow. And then I put that in on top of my ribbons. I'll do it again here. I'm going to do one more. Wouldn't even know you got it? Well, that's good. I've heard some people say that after like 3 days is when they feel sore. Whoops, that's not what I want. So I take the tubing, red, white, and blue. That one's a little long. I'm telling you, I don't know. When it comes to tubing, I don't pay very good attention when I'm doing them, that's for sure. Put my ends together. Fold it in half again. Pinch it in the center, and then I give it a twist. And then I put it in my tie. No problem. Thank you, Laura. Hi, Terry. Well, I threw those up there, and I need to get them out of my way. My husband was telling me today that they were asking him over there if they wanted to. They keep asking him. They ask him like every week, do you want to get the shot? Do you want to get the shot? And he keeps saying no. Well, they asked him again this week, and he said yes. So apparently he's going to get the shot. He said he's getting the one that they only have to take one. So I guess that's the one that they have over there. All right, now let's get going here. Anybody have any plans for the weekend? I think I'm going to have the baby tomorrow night. He's going to come and spend the night with me. That'll be fun because he's a little terror. He is 14 months old, so you can imagine he's go, go, go. And Grandma doesn't want to go, go, go. Grandma wants to rest, rest, rest. But my sister did announce she's going to be a grandma next year, or well, the end of this year for the first time. So we're really excited about that. My niece is due in October. This will be the first great niece or nephew on my side of the family. Other than myself, I'm the only one that's a grandmother. So it's nice that they're finally catching up to me. They're only about 16 years behind. Virginia, check PayPal. It should already be there for you. I left it there. I didn't take it down. So you should have gotten it from PayPal. If not, then let me know and I'll send it again. They do wear you out, especially when they're that little. Now my other grandkids are all older. The youngest of that group is 7. So they're pretty much, self-sufficient. I don't have to run after them for anything. I just have to keep them entertained. And then that's not even hard to do because, they got video games and electronics and all that fun stuff to keep them busy. But he is just moving and on the go and shaking and all over the place. Likes to get into my cupboards and organizing your pantry, trying to take it easy. He had surgery yesterday. What kind of surgery did you have? Can you tell us? I find out Wednesday when I'm going to have my next one on my hand. On my other hand, I should say. I already had one done. Well, hello, Jennifer. How are you? Good to see you. You had your first great-grandson on March 5th? Well, congratulations. That's so exciting. I'm not ready for great-grandkids yet. Not yet. The oldest is only 16. We don't want to go there yet. But soon enough, I'm sure. Well, maybe not. He has big plans, so. Babies are always exciting, though. So yeah, this will be the first time I'll be a great aunt on my side of the family. My husband's side, we've got little ones still. We used to do that with the boys when they were the 2 oldest boys when they were little. We would they were always allowed. The grandkids were always allowed to play in my kitchen. Kids are not. But we would give them we would let them do the pots and pans. They would get when they were older, they would get all the pots and pans and stuff out, and they would play like they were running a restaurant. Oh my Lord, if you could have heard some of the things that were coming out of that kitchen. It was so fun hearing that. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Give him some stuff to bang on. He's got a whole mess load of toys in the living room. But, they never want the toys. They always want the other stuff. They like to get in my or he likes to get in my cupboards and... Hey, Beverly, how are you? He doesn't really... there's only one thing he really likes to get, and he goes into my dining room, and in the sideboard, I have a... one of those warmers that you use, to put the wax in. I've got one of those in there, and he loves to go in there. It's not lit, it's just sitting in there. And he likes to go in there and get the lid off of that for some reason. He always goes to that one thing. And then he'll go open up the pantry, just to open it. He tries to climb in the cupboard, because at his other grandma's, there's an empty cupboard that he can play in. So he likes to go and try and get in mine. Well, mine aren't empty, so he can't get in mine. But he likes to try and close the door on himself. Exactly. Why buy toys? You know what? Give him a box and some pots and pans. They are perfectly happy with just that. He's just getting to the stage where he's talking and saying words. And we keep trying to get him to say my name. But, of course, when he's around me, he won't say it. When he's not here, he'll say it all the time. But you get to see him on Easter. Oh, that's going to be so exciting. Exactly, right? I don't have room for empty cupboards. My cupboards are full. They are full. That'll be fun. I'm going to see all mine on Easter too. We're going to go down to my daughter's house, so that will be fun. I haven't seen them in a while. Yeah. Climbing in and out of boxes. It's like a cat, you know. You give a kid or a cat an empty box and they can play for hours. The things they can come up with. Oh, yeah. Hey, Rachel. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing. Hi, Jessica. It's getting warmer here. I had to turn the air on last night for a little while. My house was so hot. Of course, we had that storm coming through, so, you know, humidity was up, and like I said, it was pretty good. It woke me up this morning with thunder and lightning, and then our power went out, so the generator kicked in. So, and like I said, that was out for about an hour. Fill you in on what we're doing, okay? I have a wreath base that I did, 10-inch poofs with jute mesh. I'm putting 20-inch ruffles in on top with the ribbon and tubing. The sign and the ribbon set are what I'm selling in my shop. So you get this wooden sign that says USA on it with the flower, the United States underneath it. It comes with 5 yards of patriotic ribbon that has hats and fireworks and stars on it. And then 5 yards of the flag, I keep wanting to say patriotic, flag ribbon. Hey, Josh. So you get those, and then it also comes with this patriotic star pick. So that comes together. So we're just using some extras to put the wreath together. It's not a complete kit, but it is a sign and ribbon set. So they are available in my shop. The link is in the pinned comment at the bottom. We were just talking about the baby. So we're trying to get him to say my name, and he won't do it. He only does it when I'm not around. But yet he will say his Papo's name every chance he gets, you know. It's all about Papo. I'm the one that's here, but yet he's talking about Papo. And I have other sign and ribbon sets available as well. I've got a sunflower. I have a watermelon sign and ribbon set. What else do I have? I've got wooden flip-flops. And then I have a Home Sweet Home one. So click on my shop and you will be able to see all those sign and ribbon sets that are available. Thank you. Some of them I cut way too long. Some of them I didn't cut long enough. Must have been daydreaming. Yeah. All right, one more to go and we'll be done with that. I'm short. Oh, nope, there it is. It's hiding from me. Oh, now I got to pull my chair back up. I think if you already... Can I do one for kidney failure support? I sure can. Do you know what the ribbon is for kidney? I'd have to look. You know how some of them have those ribbons, but yeah, I can do it whatever colors, anything you need. I know sign makers that can make signs. Tubing. Last tubing going in. My ribbon tails on here are cut at 12 inches. Normally I do a 13 or 14, but because this is a ribbon set, I do 12 inches so that I can make sure I have enough ribbon so that we can do a bow. Because in the ribbon sets, ribbon and sign sets, you only get 5 yards of each ribbon. Is it green? Okay. You ship through FedEx, it seems cheapest. Yeah, then that's what you want to go with. But you could check UPS also because of your area. Yep, you can get your teardrops. Do you have a wholesale license? I sure can. You know what? I almost did a teardrop today, but my sign is too big for the teardrop I have. I only have a 24 inch. And my sign is just a little too big. This sign is, oh, I didn't mean to do that. This sign is just a little too big for a 24 inch. So I almost did one today, but you know what? I can plan to do one on Wednesday night. Now I gotta grab that ribbon. Trying not to unravel it. So yeah, so if you just joined, the sign we're using is part of a ribbon and sign set. So you get the sign, which is an 8 by, did I say 10 or 12? 12, 8 by 12. I can't remember anymore. You get 5 yards of each ribbon, the patriotic or American flag. This one is a patriotic with the Uncle Sam hat, fireworks, and stars. And then you also get a pick that you can cut up and put into your wreath. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stems on it. So all that comes as a set, and that's pinned in the comments down there at the bottom for you. So we're going to put our sign on. So right now I'm going to get some pipe cleaners. We'll just use black because it's closest. So yeah, I can do that on Wednesday. I think I have a 30 or a 32 inch one that I could use to do. I was going to make a sunflower teardrop. Let me see how I want to do these. I'm going to, don't know if that'll be long enough. I think the signs are not heavy, they're very lightweight, so I'm going to staple this on. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. My stapler likes to shoot out multiples. There we go. All right, cover your ears. I got to pound this in. So on the back, they've got this piece strip that goes down that's holding all these other pieces on. It's a wooden slat sign. So I'm stapling to that. And I'm just taking my pipe cleaner, folding it in half, finding my center, and then I'm going to put that on here. If I turn it the right way. And I don't know why, I just always put 3. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jessie. My sister had kidney cancer. She's had breast cancer, kidney cancer, skin cancer, and I know there's another one I'm forgetting. Oops. Yeah, I was her caretaker, one of her caretakers when she had her breast cancer. Alright, so we're going to put this on. I might have to extend these out. Let's do We'll raise it up just a little bit. We'll put it right here. Alright, so I'm going to take my needles. If y'all have never seen these needles before, some of you probably have if you've been watching me or the Cookie Lady or any of the other wreath makers that have them that follow me. I use these plastic weaving needles to put my signs and attachments on. It helps get the wires through so you don't have to fight with the mesh. So let's see if I can use this or not, because this is a pretty thick one. So I'm going to put the needle or the pipe cleaner through the needle each side, and I'm going to go right down through all the mesh. I sell them in my shop if anyone's interested. Yes, they are a must-have. I don't make a wreath without them anymore. Alright, I'm just trying to get on the other side of my bar because I want to tie off to the bar underneath there. So there's one. There we go. That works. Alright, now I need to... They are. See, a lot of people have them already. They're very popular in my shop. You get a pack of 3. They're in random colors. And they come in a resealable bag that you can keep them in. And just like that, our sign is on. Wrap your pipe cleaner around the frame to secure your sign. If I can get my fat fingers in there. Oh, I'm sure she is. Okay, well, the wire, that's why, because I'm right by a tie. The needles get it through there. It's just get your fingers around that, or in between those things, those frames. All right, now I'll do the other side. This side will go a little easier. Yes, we will put your mom in our prayers. I know it's a scary, scary thing. There's one. Come on, let go of it. Thank you. Alright, now the other one. See, the hardest part isn't getting them on there anymore, it's getting them tied around the frame. Yeah, they're really great to do, oh yeah, for the stuff, yes, to put your wires in that on, like attachments in that. Yeah, they're great for that. And they're also good for grapevines if you do grapevines, because they can bend and go through. If you get a grapevine that's really tightly, you know, woven together, they bend, so they'll go in there. So I mean, you don't want to bend them in half, obviously, but they do bend so that you can get those on there. So yeah, you get a pack of 3. They're $5.50. That includes your shipping, no matter where they're shipping to. Alright, let's grab the bow maker. Now that I've got all this mesh out of the way, I can turn on my... It looks like my feed keeps hopping again. We're going to turn on the glue maker, or the glue, not the glue maker, the glue gun. Just making up words today. Let me get some of this trash out of my way. Thank you. Yeah, they are. Thank you. I appreciate that. They are very popular, like I said. Alright, so this is what you have left after you cut out your 9 pieces of the ribbon that comes with the sign. And then, of course, I'm going to be using the other 2 ribbons as well. So we're just using 4 ribbons. I'm going to scoot this over for just a second. Oh. Alright, we're going to do this one first. We don't need too long of a tail. I actually should try and do this one by hand, but I don't think y'all want to sit here and watch that, so we will go with this here and we'll see if we can't fix it while it's on the bow maker. So a trick that hardworking mom showed us to do with this, when you have a pattern that needs to go all in the same direction, if you can't do it by hand, which I have problems doing it by hand, you can still fix it so that it's going the right way. Let me make sure I've got enough here to do my... So I am doing 5.5-inch loops. I like a 5.5-inch loop compared to a 6. Don't ask me why, it's crazy, I know, but it just... I have wreath frames already stashed away, so I'm not hurting for wreath frames right now. But if you're not able to find the work frames, try the Dollar Tree frames, or you're going to have to use different things to make wreaths with, just until the shortage is over. When I first started, there was a shortage of wreath frames also, so that's why I started making my own. And I've just always done it. I did show the other night on Wednesday how you can take this sign and turn it into a rail using a candy cane frame from the Dollar Tree, if you have any of those on hand. You can also use, if you have any of the, you know how you get, sometimes you get the Dollar Tree frames from them and they're broken. I save the broken ones and I cut them up and I make a rail out of that as well. And I have videos on both of those on my YouTube channel. Now Wednesday night I just did that one, so that one is still on my, well, they're all still on my Facebook, but alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take and twist this wire around, or this loop around, and it's going to put my ribbon in the right direction. So you just want to twist it while it's on the bow maker here. So see, here's this one, it's backwards, so we're just going to twist it. Take it and twist it right at the post, and that's going to put that ribbon in the right direction now. So now all my stars and stripes are going the right way. Because, you know, people will tell you if your stuff's not going the right way. They like to point that out to you. Send information and prices on what? I think, did I miss something? Hi, Arla, how are you? I'm doing great. I hope you are too. All right, we're going to wait on that one. Let's do, or maybe not. Let's do, we'll do 2.5, 1.5. Yeah, a 6-inch just, I don't know what it is. It just, for me, does not look right. It doesn't feel right. So I tend to do a 5.5. For whatever reason, it makes a world of difference to me. So I am doing the next one at 5.5 inches, or 5 inches, sorry, 5 inches. And I'm doing 4 loops, 2 on each side with this one as well. I don't normally do bows on my lives because I tend to take forever, but I'm only using 4 ribbons, so I don't think it'll be an issue today. And I'm very picky about the bows, so I'm always playing with them. I'm always moving my loops, checking to make sure they're right or the same size. Alright, now I'm going to use the other 2 that I pulled out of my stash to go with it. And this one is the USA, which matches the sign. I wish I could have gotten more of this, because I would have put that with the sign because it goes with it really well. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, yes. I'll get with you on that. Do me a favor though, Jessica. Message me on my business page at Wreath Decor by Dawn and remind me, because I will forget. My memory is this big. I will forget. As hard as I try not to, I have to make notes. If you look behind me, you'll see a bunch of sticky notes all over my desk, and even then I forget stuff. I have to keep notes on what I need to tell my husband when he calls, and then today I still forgot to put stuff on there. Alright, so again, this one is one that has got this pattern on it that we want to go one way. These are 4.5 inch loops, just under 5 really. And I'm going to do another 4. Oh, no problem. Yeah, the replay will be available on Facebook and on YouTube. I do edit it to put it onto YouTube, so you'll get some of my chatter cut out, and if there's any blips or anything in the video, I cut those out. Like Facebook has been a little jumpy lately, so. Alright, so I'm doing another 2 loops on each side of this one. And then we're going to do the same thing to get that USA going in the right direction. I'm going to lift this one up. We're going to take this bottom one, grab it towards the base, and give it a twist. And make sure it comes all the way around. Now when you put a zip tie on there, it's going to hold that all right in place. And then we're going to do the same thing with the second one. Grab it and twist it. Kidney cancer is orange, kidney failure is green. Okay. I knew there was one because my sister had kidney cancer. Alright, so there's our 4 loops. Now our USA, the words are all going in the same direction now. Did I turn that? Yeah, I did turn it on. So again, if y'all need to or want to join my email list, you can do that by typing in the word email, and I will send you the link after the live, or go to the top of my page. There's enough. Okay. I wanted to make sure I had enough on here. I always tear off the end that has the information on the ribbon so I can order more, because that tells me where I got it from, because I write on there where I buy them. Anyway, type in the word email, I'll send you the link, or go to the animated envelope at the top of my page, click on that link there, and it will take you right to it to sign up. You have to do it though. I can't do it for you, so I can't type in your email address because you have to give permission for me to send you the emails. These are about 4 inches. Oh, no problem. I don't do it very often, but whenever I, like this one, I had already started the base, so I knew I wouldn't be taking as long, even though, you know, I've already taken up my hour, but that's all right. I try to keep it to an hour because I know people lose interest. And people complain and tell me my videos were too long so I cut it down to where I try to get it to where I only go an hour. I try not to go over that. Alright, so this one is kind of long. I'm going to cut it off about right there, and I'm going to use this extra that I cut off, which is about 8 inches, 7 inches, and I'm going to fold it in half, pinch it, and this is going to be my center loop. I'm going to put that right down in there, hold that in place. I'm going to grab a zip tie. Let's do white. 8-inch zip tie. Probably could use longer, but that's alright. Matter of fact, I better. Let's do 11-inch. Put it down. Make sure you get it up underneath all of your pieces. Don't want to miss any of them, because you know what happens if you do. Your bow falls apart. Alright, let's get this on here. I'm going to get it tight enough to hold everything on. And then I'm going to grab it on this side and hold those ribbons in place. And I'm going to move this zip tie over into that divot that it leaves using those pegs. Come on, move over. All right. Yes, I've had people leave me messages on my videos and tell me that I took too long. They tell me I talk too much. You know, the normal. Everybody gets them. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. I laugh at most of them. It's when they leave the hurtful comments, that's when I get mad. The rest of it I can laugh off. But when people say mean things, then I have no tolerance for that. And I used to do, you know, everybody says just ignore it, ignore it, ignore it. But, and I did in the beginning. But now I don't ignore it anymore. I'm sorry. If you're going to be rude, then you're going to hear what I have to say. All right, so here's another thing you can do with your needles, which I just now got it through. If for some reason you tighten that too much and can't get your pipe cleaner or wire underneath that zip tie, take your needle, put it on the end of your pipe cleaner and slip it up underneath there, and it goes in really easy. So I forget all the time to put my tying wire on there. It's just, I don't know why, I get ahead of myself and forget about it. But so it's really easy to get that in there. So if you ever forget, don't fret. Don't have to take your bow apart. Just put it in there. Yeah, everybody says you should just ignore them, but you know what? I did, and it's really hard to do. But I'm sorry, but if people are going to be rude and say mean things, then you've opened yourself up. Now you got to hear what I got to say, and I'm not mean about it. I try to be as polite and businesslike as possible, but I just don't have a tolerance for it anymore. That's just me. And if they don't like it, then you know what? They're not my customer anyway. Obviously, if they're saying mean things, go away, because you're not wanting what I got here. So, but there are people who are just unhappy and like to share that. That's fine. But I just tell them, not here. You know, the world needs more kindness. Try it. Yeah, it is easy to block them, but not until I have my piece. All right, there's our bow. So what I did was I just took everything and I'm moving it, twisting it. It's called breaking the bow. I learned that from Hardworking Mom. She grabs it and twists it until you get it laying just right, and she calls it breaking the bow. You're not actually breaking anything. You're just getting that down at the base so that your loops will lay, you know, the way you want them to, the right way. So there is our bow, and we have all different sizes of tails, which is fine. I use the Easy Bow Maker, which I got signed by the inventor in Nashville. I'm so excited about that. Yeah, you'd be surprised at what people will say. People are very brave behind a keyboard, believe me. People will say just about anything behind the keyboard. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to tighten that up now that everything is where I want it. Get it as tight as I possibly can. I know that face. I look at my face when I do that, when I watch the replays, and I'm like, really? You got to make that face when you're tightening your bow? All right, let me get that pin out of the way. We don't need that anymore. All right, I'm going to take the pipe cleaner and give it a couple twists before we put it on. And I already put the needles away, didn't I? Oh, I worked retail for years too. That's where I learned. Customer is not always right. I don't care how much they want to say it. You know, that was the store policy, and I went with it. but the customer is not always right. There are some sketchy customers out there. Alright, so we're going to take our bow and we're going to put it right below the sign. So I'm going to take my needle. Yes, I did. I got it signed by the inventor, Miss Leah Cavender, when I went to Nashville 2 weeks ago. I was so excited that she was there. She doesn't live very far from where we were, so she popped over to see us. And it was so much fun meeting her. I have been a fan of hers for a long time. I've had my bow maker forever, even before I started doing wreaths. So I knew there was a possibility she was going to come and visit. So I made sure to take it with me. I was prepared. Everybody else like, oh, I didn't think of that. I'm like, I did. Yes, when I heard she was coming, that was my first thought. I am taking my bow maker. And that was the only thing I brought it out for, too. I didn't even bring it out to use it for making bows. I was really excited. I was like a fangirl. No, they are not always right. I'm sorry. I know many businesses have that policy, and I understand why, but no, they are not. All right, well, I'm trying to get it. Don't pull too tight. If you pull too tight, let me show you what happens. I got to get my bow in the right place here before I tie it down. All right, so let me turn this around so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm tying the bow to the back. I'm tying it to the frame. Don't tie it to, a piece of where you're putting your ties or anything like that. Make sure you tie it to the frame itself because it'll hold on there. Because if those ties were to break and the mesh come off, your bow comes off. This way your bow's going to hold everything on because it's tied to the wire frame. So if you pull too hard on your bow, it's going to do this. I want to make sure you guys can see it. It's going to sink in. And it's going to bring all of these ribbons up. And then the middle is going to be sunk in. You don't want that look. Trust me, you don't want that look. Now it's stuck to my hair. So just tie it loosely, but enough to where it's not going to come off. I'm looking at the feed here. It's delayed, obviously. Alright, so then now I got to pull all those back down now that I did that and they got all messed up. And then just open up those loops. They don't want to be flat. Give them some life. When I ship my wreaths, I take tissue paper. I get it from the dollar store. Or at Christmas time, stock up on it when they mark it all down because, not everybody buys all that. And I stuff the bow with the tissue paper. So if you've ever gotten one of my wreaths, well, I shouldn't say ever because I didn't do it in the beginning, but I do it now. So there we go. And now we still got the pick. Oh my Lord, I forgot about that. We still got the pick. I'm on 8 o'clock on Wednesday evening, Eastern time. The pick comes with the sign and ribbon set, and you can pull it apart. If you can pull it apart, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, we'll have to glue that on. All right, remind me, we'll glue that one on. Oh, what did I say? 4? Yep, I stuffed the loops for shipping with tissue paper. That way when they get that bow and they pull that paper out, the loops are all going to be set for them. There'll be very little fluffing. Yeah, I can show you. I pulled that one off too. Yep, I can show you. Let me grab some tissue paper. We're going to cut this one off. I'm not going to fight with it. Yeah, it's a good idea. I didn't do it in the beginning, but I did start doing it this past year, last year, and just continued with it because, you know, we make such big bows, such big pretty bows that we want them to arrive. You know, like I said earlier, most people don't know how to fluff everything like we do. You know, we look at it and we see it needs to be fluffed. Our customer gets it, they think it looks perfect when they get it, so they take it right out of the box, hang it up, and then they'll send you a picture of it and you look at it and you go, that needs to be fixed over there, but you can't tell them that. How do you tell them that they need to fix it? All right, so what I do, I get regular tissue paper. It doesn't matter what color or anything. It's just regular packing tissue paper that you would use in a gift or something. And I take it and there are lines right here. You know how they have the folded lines? So I take that and I tear it. Tear it off. So you get 3 pieces out of each one. Ball it up and I stick it up in the loops. And I do that for the entire bow. Now some of your loops might be bigger, but once you start filling all of these in with the tissue, it's going to, you're not going to need as much in the back. I know, I do too. Someone just sent me one the other day and I'm like, I wish I was closer, I'd go fluff it for them. So that's what I do. I don't know if you could see that or not, but so I just stuff it in there and I do that with the whole bow. If you need to use like a half a sheet for the bigger loops, then you just use a half a sheet to put in there because it crumples up pretty good. So that's what I do. And then when I put mine in the box, I attach it to the box. I do have a video on how I ship my wreaths on my YouTube channel. And I show you how I box it and how I attach it to the box. Let me get that out of the way there. So yeah, there's a video on YouTube that shows you how I pack them in that. I don't think I have the one with me doing the tissue paper on there, but I do have the one that shows you how I secure it to the box and all of that. So, oh, you're very welcome. I love showing those things to you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to put all these pieces and then we'll be done. I've kept y'all long enough today. I'm sure y'all got plenty to do. So I'm going to fold my ties down on the outside. Just folding them over. You can cut them off if you want to, but they're not that long, so I just fold them over. The glue gun stand came from Susie's Wreaths and Things. I have a link to it I can post for you guys. Mine was gifted to me, but she sells them on her thing. It's Susie's Wreaths and Things. She makes the mesh rollers and the glue gun holders. Yeah, I know. I wish I would have done it before too, but you know what? It's never too late to start. And the customers really like it. They think, you know, you've gone to all this work, which we have. You go to all this work to make the wreath. You want it to look pretty when it gets there. So they like it because they know that you've gone and taken that extra step to protect it. And then they can just either throw the tissue away or reuse it when they store the wreath. I always put a note in with mine telling them how to store their wreath. All right, we'll cut the tails in a minute, but we're going to do these really quick. All right, so we're just going to take and put them random all over. Make sure you put some on the outside too. Don't cut them too short. They're there. But you don't need them long either because they're just going to stick. And the best place to put them is right in where your ties are, because they'll adhere to that tie as well as the mesh in that. That one's a little one. So we're going to put some glue on that. Doesn't take a lot. And then lift your ribbons and go right in between the ribbons and hit that tie, and it'll stand up for you. Yeah, I'll do that afterwards. I'll put the link in for you guys so that you can go find it on YouTube. And fluff out your ribbons. So there's the blue one. Some of them will be a little hard to see because they're smaller. And we'll put the red one on this side. And then the other ones we're going to put on the outside. I like to check first. I gotta get the paper off of there. I like to check and make sure it's going to fit there first. Make sure it's not too long. That's better. And then just hit it with some glue. Like I said, it doesn't take a lot of glue to hold that on there. And I use Gorilla Glue. That's what I prefer. I use it in both my glue pot and my glue gun. Alright, so there's the red one on that side. We could put a big one up on top, maybe the white one. Let's see. What are y'all having for dinner tonight? I know it's Friday, so someone's going to tell me they're having fish. We have this conversation every week. Alright, I'm just making sure that this is going to fit in here, and it is. I'm going to fold the end over just a little bit and give me a little more gluing space. It makes kind of like a hook on there too, so it'll grab onto the mesh when you put it in there. And hold that for just a second. Chef Boyardee pizza. I have not had one of those in forever. We usually do pizza on the weekends too. Usually on Friday, but tonight I told Mom I wanted to go out. We haven't been out in a while, and she just got her shot for her knees, so I know she can walk. I'm just tired of doing like fast food and pizza. I want to go to a restaurant. We haven't been to one since my husband left, so well, I take that back. We went when my sister was here. And her and I did go to Applebee's one night. But we took my sister to the Mexican restaurant when she was here, and we went to Texas Roadhouse. Love Texas Roadhouse. Popeye's chicken. See, fish. There's the fish. Mexican lasagna. Oh, my husband would love that. Oh, I do too. Yeah, I don't like leftovers for that reason, because they end up getting thrown away anyway. So why, you know. Alright, so I did the white one over here on the top. We're going to do red and then blue. And then we've got two little ones and we'll be done. I didn't check to make sure this was going to fit over here though. So we're going to do right there. Yep, right there. Got glue strings going here. So yeah, I'm not sure where we're going to go. She'll probably pick Mexican because it's the closest. But we've been doing, the weekends we've been doing the fast food thing, and I'm just tired of it. I want something different. Pot roast with potatoes. Oh, that is my absolute favorite. Pot roast with potatoes and carrots. You get, because of your surgery. That is no fun. But then, you know, it's fish. I wouldn't mind because it's fish for me, because I don't like fish. Oh, there's the other one. Alright, so now I'm going to put the blue one over here. These are the big ones. Let's see. I want to make sure I get it about the same spot. So right here, yep. finger got caught in there. Yeah, I don't do fish. We've had that conversation before too. Alright, put this one in. So I hope you all will join me again on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Facebook. That's when I do my regular live during the week. And I'm also on with Susan tomorrow. If you know, Susan is my good friend, and I help her out with her live. She usually helps me out on Wednesday, and I help her out on Saturday with hers. All right, now the other ones, we're going to take the red, white, and blue. We've got one of the little ones left for each, and we're going to put those in our bow. Now, if you had some red, white, and blue flowers, you could put those in. If you had some greenery, you could add that. If you had more picks or stars, you could add those. But we're going to just add these in. Let's do red, white, and blue. Let's do them in order. Or is that too cliche, as they would say? Red's going to have to go here because I just cut it too short. Now we could do it on this side. We can do it right here. Yep, we're going to do that. So it's just a matter of where you like it. There's no real science to it. If it looks good to you, put it there. For the base, Samantha, I used a jute, a natural jute, and did 10-inch poofs. And then on top of that, we did 20-inch ruffles with a red, white, and blue 10-inch mesh. I'm going to have to peel this off of here because I don't want to see that glue. I'll fix it. I'll have to fix it later. Can always hit it with some glitter, and that'll cover it up as well. Let me cut this down here. Red, white, blue. It's going to go right there. No problem. The replay will be available as soon as the live ends, and it'll be up on YouTube. Hopefully Monday, if I can edit it this weekend, because I like to edit those for YouTube. Cut out some of the chatter and any of the glitches that might happen, and speed some of it up a little bit. Alright, and now we need the white one and we're done. So these ribbons and sign sets, like I said, I have several different ones in my shop. You can find them at wreathdecorbydawn.com. The link is posted at the bottom in the comments there for you guys, though. I've got a sunflower, I've got a watermelon, I've got this USA one, and I also have a baby sign, a girl sign. I have a home sweet home. I have a flip-flop. They're wooden flip-flops. And then I also have some ribbons that I sell, ribbons by the yard. Alright, so now you want to take your tails for your bow and just give them a dovetail. They're all different lengths. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to leave them like that. So if I don't like the tails, I'll cut them. I'll even them up some, not too much, but some. Yeah, I'm not a fan of fish either. I don't blame you. So there we go. I will fix those tails. So like I said, you get the sign and you get 5 yards of the flag ribbon, and you get 5 yards of the patriotic ribbon. This is a 1.5. This is a 2.5. And then you get one pick to go with that, along with the sign. And those are in my shop. Right there. Along with all the other ones I have. And the needles are available in my shop as well if you don't have those already. Hey, Jonathan. So I want to thank you all for spending your Friday afternoon with me. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. I know we went a little too long today, but I think we covered some really good stuff. So it was well worth it. And then I will get a picture of this put up for you as well. And I will post the links for the that video that y'all wanted to see. I will get that up too as soon as I get done. And then anybody who wanted my email list, I will get that sent to you. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Or enjoy your weekend, I should say. Oh, my ribbons are sticking. And have a great time. Do something fun. Be kind to one another. And I will see you all again on Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on this page.